What if you could experience an entire season of racing in a single day? I'm talking about a 24-hour Red Bull-fueled binge of pure automotive glory. Honestly, this was never supposed to happen. This is the 24 hours of Le Mans, the absolute pinnacle of endurance racing. For me, it was a bucket list item for someday in the future. But then, I got a call. And suddenly, someday was right now. I had less than a week to prepare for the most insane behind-the-scenes trip of my life. And I want to take you with me because what I saw is stuff most people never get to see. Let me tell you about my whirlwind trip to Le Mans. Yes, the famous, grueling 24-hour race designed to test and prove the endurance of both cars and drivers. And as I found out, the endurance of spectators as well. First though, I wasn't even planning to go to Le Mans. Sure, it'd been on my bucket list, but I wasn't planning for it to happen this year. So when I saw that Le Mans was the weekend before I was going to be in Paris for something else, I changed my flight to arrive a couple of days early. But I knew I was going to be cutting it close. I landed at 11 a.m., had to get my bags, and then get to Le Mans, which is about 3 hours away. When I first got to Le Mans, I quickly dropped my bags at the apartment that I found on Booking.com. It was literally one of the last places available. It had no reviews, and I thought for sure it was going to be a bad experience, but it actually turned out to be great. The owner was a huge racing fan, and the place was much bigger than any French hotel room. We got to the track late, already missing the start of the race. Classic mistake. For a second, I thought we'd blown it. But then we met our handler, Samuel, and things got unreal. He works mostly with F1, but had helped to arrange a really special Le Mans experience for us on super short notice. I am eternally grateful for his help. To say that we got the VIP treatment is the understatement of the century. Our home base was this place, the Le Mans Spirit Club. You can think of it as an oasis in the middle of chaos. There's amazing food, drinks, and most importantly, clean bathrooms. If you know anything about massive outdoor events, you know that clean, accessible toilets are the ultimate VIP perk. But the real magic wasn't the free food, it was the access. Our first stop was the TV compound, the nerve center for the entire global broadcast. This place is insane. It takes a literal army of people to broadcast this race for 24 hours straight. And here's a fun fact. The commentators calling the race, they actually aren't even watching the track. They're in a booth just like this, watching the same TV feeds you are, except there's just a whole lot more screens. There's one main guy who's like the director, telling the team which cameras to cut to capture all the best on-track action. The crew is even editing social media clips for teams in real time. The logistics are mind-boggling. I can't even imagine all the cables laid all over the track to the cameras and the amount of bandwidth that they need for this operation. From the broadcast brain, we went to the secret heart of the race, the Michelin tire compound. Tires are so important in racing. Everything that the car does, from braking, accelerating, cornering, it all happens through the tires. But the teams here don't even buy the tires. They buy a tire service from Michelin, but the tires remain the property of Michelin the whole time. And there's a $1 million fine for each tire that the teams don't return at the end of the race. This was one of my favorite parts. The guy from Michelin told us that for them, Le Mans is a massive data collection exercise. It's like a 24-hour torture test that helps them build better tires for your car and mine. And in endurance racing, they don't make the tires for outright performance. At Le Mans, the name of the game is making tires that last and ensuring that the grip remains predictable throughout these long racing stints. He also told us that their tires are already made from 50% sustainable materials, but nobody knows it. So next year, they're going to change the design just to show it off. It's not about speed, it's about secrets and science. This is where things went from amazing to absolutely unbelievable. If you can't get a seat in the grandstands, this is the next best thing. No, wait. This is way better. From up here, you finally understand the sheer scale of this track. It is huge. And the cars, from the ground, they're loud and fast, but from the air, ironically, the sensation of speed is even more intense. I'm pretty sure our helicopter couldn't even keep up with them on the Mulsanne Strait. This was a view an experience I will never ever forget. After the helicopter, we went where very few fans get to go during the race, inside the garages. First up was Penske Porsche. This was serious. We had to sign waivers. It was formal, spotless, and very German. As someone told me, this is what you do if you want to win. We couldn't even take photos inside. We watched the pit stop. Our tour guide was a former Le Mans winner, and the precision was breathtaking. Then we went next door to Alpine. The vibe was completely different. It was more like a family. It was more chaotic, more passionate. We saw a pit stop and a driver change right there, just feet away. The sound of the hybrid car pulling out of the pit box on pure electric power, and then that internal combustion engine firing to life, it is just badass. Here's a clip. And this brings me to the big comparison. The Michelin guys said that they get 24 hours of non-stop tire data. Well, as a spectator with this kind of access, you get a 24-hour dose of non-stop racing injected straight to your veins. And honestly, my body couldn't handle it. By 1:30 in the morning, I was done. I was cooked. The constant adrenaline, the walking, the sensory overload, it all caught up to me. Not to mention the red-eye flight just prior to the race. I had a throbbing headache. I literally thought I was gonna be sick. My body just hit a wall, and I crashed hard. I got back to my apartment, and I had planned to go back to the track for sunrise, but there was just no way. I was utterly spent. So the next morning, I slept in and explored the old part of the city of Le Mans, where of course they had the race televised during their weekend farmers market. The Le Mans race is over 100 years old, and this cathedral is over 700 years old. So yeah, things in France tend to last a long time. So what did I learn? I learned that Le Mans isn't just a race. It's an endurance event for everyone involved. The drivers, the mechanics, the TV crew, and even the fans. I could never replicate this VIP trip. The access was a privilege, a worthy trade-off for the insane schedule. But if I came back, I would do it differently. I'd come for the whole week. I'd explore the town, I'd see the museums, I'd soak in the atmosphere at a slower pace. The trip was a last-minute whirlwind adventure that gave me a taste of something truly special. It was like trying to drink from the fire hose of motorsport, and it was one of the best experiences of my life. But let me know, have you ever been to Le Mans? Or what's the #1 event on your automotive bucket list? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to see more adventures like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Or check out the link to this Baja 1000 adventure that I took last year. Thanks for watching.